What's up, everybody? Welcome to the pod. This is now episode like 15.5 because we're not really a full episode yet. But we're going over the Backlash pay-per-view in Lyon, France. Yeah.
Leon, baby.
And Lyon definitely came out and they showed the fuck out. Like, it's a great fucking crowd. They made it. That's probably my favorite crowd of any PLE personally. Because it was non-stop fucking noise. Like, they made sure that you heard them for sure.
I would say France has been my favorite crowd. It's not the first time they've been to Europe and whatnot. And if you know anything about Europe shows, or you watch soccer or football,
that's what it felt like.
Yeah, then I've seen a lot of tweets. It's like, man, this feels like a World Series game or not World Cup game. The Europeans they sing a lot. They have a lot of songs for everything. But there was something about this France crowd. I don't know. I loved it. I hit it. It was hitting for me. The song that they sung after every 2 count, I thought was funny. I never got annoyed. I might have got annoyed like maybe for 5 seconds, and then honestly, deadass, that whole 3-hour show was fucking great. I'm here for it. The fans were great. They announced that it's one of the highest grossing or highest gate pay-per-view in WWE history. Triple H was like during the half of the show, Nick Khan tweeted him at some point, and he was like, "Should we do a stadium with a question mark?" Because that's how that's how popular it was, and so like now we might get a stadium show in France. The mayor that was trying to get re-election. And he was like, "Man, if I get reelected, I'm trying to get Mania here." Well, he was reelected. So during the presser, Triple H was like, "All right, let's talk. You got the reelection, let's talk." So we might get a Mania there. And I'm gonna just do this one little jab. Real quick. I want them to do Wembley just for the toxicity. Just for the toxicity, I want them to do Wembley.
I don't think they got enough seats, bro. I don't think Wembley got enough. Like, I'm being dead ass. Like, Mania comes to London, they about to blow that bitch out, yo. Like, they ain't got enough seats, man. We need, we need something else.
Yeah, and as an American, I've seen a lot of tweets. It's like, yeah, they should just never do a show here again. And obviously, I'm here for the joke, but we want to see shows. But no, American crowds, we got to get better, man. I didn't hear a single what chant. Like let's be better crowds. Because like I'm looking at this show, and then we got 3 or 4 more shows out of the country, and then we're going to go to Cleveland, and I'm like, man, I'm afraid Cleveland's going to stink. I'm like, y'all, hopefully Cleveland, y'all got to turn up. Y'all gotta turn the fuck up.
Yeah. They come off this European tour. We gotta show the fuck out. Wembley only got 90,000. You want them to do Mania? Mania was like 174 or some shit like that. Like, Wembley ain't got enough seats, and that's the largest stadium in the UK.
And that's why they should do it.
It's the largest sports venue in the UK for 90,000. They still don't got enough seats.
I think they could sell it out. I don't think they would need to fabricate their numbers if they, and it would be a nice. It'd be a nice little jab to TK, but that's just me being toxic. But no, in general, if they do legit get a chance to have Mania, if that's the biggest stadium, then that's obviously the most logical.
It's just not going to work. I don't think it's too small for them. It's too small for their audience. We got to figure out. They have to figure something else out. Like 90,000 is like that's 40% of like people not being able to fit in from fucking Philly. Like we need a bigger stadium.
Yeah, well, yeah. How much was Philly? I thought wasn't Philly like 86 though? Or
let's see, Mania. What am I looking? What's the crowd? Philly. I think it's not. I think it's bigger than that. I thought it was like 100-something thousand.
I thought that was counting both nights when they did that.
Was it?
I think so.
WrestleMania attendance. Yeah, 145 over 2 nights.
Okay.
145. Let's see, 145 divided by 2. Whoops.
72.
Okay. So 72 and a half. So, okay, you can fit it. It can work. It can work.
Yeah, it can work. But all right, let's get into the show. So the show starts off. We get RKO KO versus the Bloodline of Solo and Tama Tonga. They're singing. One of my notes is they are singing the shit out of Randy Orton's song, like word for word, bar for bar.
Absolutely.
I love Randy's song, and I don't even know the lyrics.
I don't know the yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Like
I can do. I hear voices in my head. After that, I give you like 2 or 3 lines, and it's humming.
Then it's just you just die dead. But no, like there's Kevin Owens comes out first, and at first I thought he was milking the entrance, and then a second part was like maybe he was milking it because Randy Orton wasn't ready, because I feel like he might have came out like a second too late. It's neither here or there. The crowd was loving it. Kevin Owens speaks French and shit too, which he did on SmackDown. Also, we didn't talk about it, but so it's almost like a home game for Kevin, even though he's like from Canada and shit. But he's so internationally loved. It's almost like a home game. But the crowd. It's not going to be the first time we talk about this crowd. This crowd was amazing. But yeah, they're singing his shit word for word. They come out, and then Bloodline comes out, and then we get some more "We Want Roman" chants. And I would like to know it's crazy, but it's not, because I wanted I see some Roman fans like, oh yeah, see how much now you guys want Roman. Like we never not wanted Roman. We just wanted that title reign to end and be a little more interesting. We still love Roman. We want him back, and we especially want him back in the storyline with this new Bloodline. None of us wanted.
It's going to be a catch-22. Hopefully, I'm using this correctly. But like, if Cody's stories and shit don't pick up, people are going to lose interest. That's the craziest thing, because it's also crazy because it shit just started. But also, like, they want Roman. Like that, the draw for Roman is there. But also, to be fair, France ain't seen Roman. That's why they want to see Roman. Yeah, they've never seen. They didn't get a chance to witness and be a part of the Bloodline story.
Yeah, a lot of these out of places. Yeah, the Ministry Chamber didn't see Roman. Roman wasn't at last year's Backlash in Puerto Rico. So that's another reason why they're trying. I just want because there's a lot of Roman stands that are taking it, or they're trying to change the narrative. Be like, yeah, see, Cody never should have won, or no, it's like no, that's not. That's
Cody
not.
Definitely should have won.
That's not why we're chanting. That's not why they're chanting. We want Roman. They want Roman because 1, they haven't seen him. 2, we're like a lot of us collectively, we're ready for the babyface run, especially what Solo and both in Bloodline have been doing recently. We're kind of ready for that babyface run. And even if it's not full babyface, even if it's just anti-hero Roman or tweener Roman, we're ready for it. Like we're ready. We want to see Roman. We want to see Bloodline Civil War 2.0.
I would just say the clock's ticking. Not as far as like a bomb or anything like that, but like more so like, hey, let's get Cody moving. We need elements to his character and his story. So you ain't got time to fucking waste. And tonight was a great night because this was a great first title reign. But yes, we'll talk about that later. This match was chaos. It was so much chaos. Actually, it started off in chaos. It was supposed to be a regular tag team. Yeah. And they were like, well, I'll just come out and like, if you're not going to follow the rules, we're going to turn this to a street fight, which I love the impromptu street fight. Like,
exactly. It was smart. And the brawl started, the bell didn't even ring. And the brawl was so crazy to where producers and refs and security were all out. And I didn't write this down, but I didn't note it. Michael Cole, it was either Michael Cole or Corey, but they noted, like they said, you don't usually hear them say the producers are out. They don't usually acknowledge the producers. And I feel like that's a Vince McMahon thing. And it's one of the new things in this new era, to where like during the pre-show, I didn't watch the pre-show, but like CM Punk had a crazy reaction when he heard Big E mention New Japan. He's like, "What? We can do that?" He's like, "My bad. I'm still living in this old era. You're saying forbidden words to me. We're in this new era." So it's like hearing Michael Cole be like, yeah, even the producers are out. That's to me, that's a wild. Like, it's kind of pulling the curtain back just a smidge, but it's also one of those cool things. So yeah, and like you said, all this comes out. And it's like, you guys want to stun referees. You guys want to do all this bullshit. We'll make it a street fight, and that's when we get into straight chaos. And thank God they didn't, because for 2 minutes they were repeating their WrestleMania mistake, but they fixed it, and it only took 2 minutes because at first they did not have that split screen because they were in two different parts of the fucking arena, and I'm writing notes down, and my wife was like, "Do like split the screen." Split the screen, because we all complained that Mania, like that Cody Rhodes South tag team match, split, like it took them way too long to split the screen. But yeah, they give us the spleen screen, the split screen relatively quick. So yeah, no, I was fucking that one up, which was good, and more chaos ensues. It's just crazy shit. We get
table spots.
Yeah, like, so
KO had his.
Okay, before that, real quick. So KO, he does a frog splash off the barricade onto. I think dope. It was dope. And then it looked like Randy was about to do it, like, and the crowd was like, and then Randy's like, yeah, nah. And then he like steps down. That was a good ass spot. He's like, I ain't doing all that shit. I ain't doing all this jumping shit. Nah. The game you think this is? After that, so after that frog splash spot and that Randy spot, it was like 10. It felt like 10 minutes of just a straight ass whooping. Bloodline was getting the ass whooped, and that's when we get trash cans to the head. We get trash can spots. Fucking KO takes the lid of a trash can and like throws it like a flying saucer, which the trash can looked like a flying saucer. I don't know what France is on about that. Maybe they are fine with their aliens. That's good. We get a table spot. Kevin, he does a frog splash through a table, and then Randy tries to put Solo through a table, but that's when the tides turn. Bloodline starts getting some momentum because Solo Samoan drops Randy through the table.
That shit was fucking fly.
Yeah, and then for a while, and then that's when the momentum changes, and then it's Bloodline beating the shit out of Kevin for a while. Do you have any other spots? Oh, there's a point,
later.
There's a point in time where Solo tries to put KO through a table also, but this is when KO reverses and he Irish whips him into the table. That was a good spot.
My spot come a little bit later. There's a part of the match where they get the chairs, and the chairs are built up, or not built up, but set up in front of the turnbuckle, and KO does a brain buster.
Okay, that's
the fucking turnbuckle.
That's closer to the end of the match. Hold on, I got a couple more things real quick. So after that table spot with Solo, Kevin Owens gets taken out, and then we get a cool stare down because Tama hits KO with the chair. After so Tama hits KO with the chair after KO takes out Solo, and we get a cool stare down with Randy and Tama because Tama is about to hit KO again, but you could wrestling. The wrestlers are becoming smarter now. We spoke about it multiple times in previous episodes, but you could tell with the crowd reaction, the wrestler was responding to the crowd reaction. So it was Tama knew, it's this motherfucker's behind me, isn't he? He's he kind of slowly turns around and is yeah, this motherfucker's behind me. And they have a good ass, real crazy stare down. And also during all this shit, again, because it's a new era, Michael Cole, he listed the whole fucking history of the Bullet Club damn near. He name drops Evil. He talks about they're talk about the Bullet Club history for a little bit, which plays into also the Cody and AJ match. More cool things they're acknowledging all these other companies.
It proves that everybody's aware of everybody. Yeah. Everybody looks and watches everybody, bro. That's just what the ecosystem is. Because that
Don't.
Cole coming out with like, you know, the research, or not research, but just the knowledge of talking about New Japan stuff, and like, you know what, like that's fucking huge. Like that's
That's
big.
huge as shit. The only company they don't acknowledge is AEW right now. That's the only
And
people they will not name drop. They will. They're just
I
like,
mean,
yeah,
they
Cody.
named up Sting. They did
Yeah, yeah,
Sting.
yeah. But that's not the company. This is what I'm saying.
No,
Like they'll name drop a wrestler, but otherwise they'll be like, yeah, Cody went somewhere else. But they have no problem saying, yeah, TNA's here or New Japan. But they ain't gonna them niggas in Jacksonville. They don't know who you are. They hitting Jacksonville with the Kiki Palmer. I'm sorry to this man. I don't know. I
and
never met him.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
But we know
Yeah.
why.
Yeah. Anyway, we get a fucking Randy RKO's Tama, and we get a really close ass 2 count that Solo breaks up. RKO's. Then we get a spot to where we go outside the ring. It looks like Solo is going to spike Randy on the announce table, but that turns into RKO. Table doesn't break, so it looks like it hurts.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, damn, that shit like was stiff. Not
Yeah,
the move was stiff, but the table just did not move.
no, it did not. It did not break. Which I mean, maybe it wasn't supposed to, but I don't know. I feel like it was supposed to, but who knows? Yeah. Then KO hits Tammy. He hits Tama with the 4 chairs, and this is the 4 chairs in the corner that you were talking about. So yeah, I'll let you take that one.
Yeah, this was a fucking wild fucking spot. Yeah, it was like I was like, oh, because he lays him on the chairs, and I was like, okay, maybe he's about to like, you know, a splash off the top. Nah, Tama gets up, it gets placed in the corner, and it's just a mean fucking brainbuster. Like
Man.
that shit was fucking ill, yo.
Mhm.
I like the brainbuster spots coming back. I've been seeing them in WWE, seeing them in AEW, and they're all every time they hit, it's fucking insane. Sammy's was fucking nuts, like just mean fucking brainbusters.
Yeah, and that was going to be the end of the match.
Yeah,
But then now we get a new member of the bloodline, and it's Tama's brother, which I'm not familiar with. I never heard of the brother. Honestly, I've heard of Tama, I've heard of Hatu, but his name is
Tongaloa.
Tongaloa. He shows up, and yeah, he breaks up the count. He hits Randy with the steel steps,
Mm-hmm.
and then Solo Uranagi's KO through onto a chair, which that shit looked painful as fuck. And then we get a spike, and yeah, Bloodline wins.
1, 2, 3. I bet if I was part of like just Randy and KO, I'm sitting here like, how many more are there? Like every time I think I'm done with I'm done with the Usos. I'm done with Roman. Now I gotta fight Solo, and oh, he got Tama. Okay, we're cool here. But now it's like there's more. Y'all just don't stop.
Hey,
Bloodline's forever. Bloodline reigns.
If you paid attention to the Rock's fucking PowerPoint, y'all, we know it don't stop. You gotta cut the whole tree down. You gotta take them all out. Take them all out before they show up to the E. Go to New Japan, take some of these niggas out.
And there's still more.
Go to their homes, take out the children, wipe them out now, because they're coming.
They're ready.
Yeah, man. This moment, the Fatu, all that family, that whole tree, man. They are in this business forever.
Forever.
Yeah, I'm here for it. That's the end of that match, and now we get a new member of the bloodline, which you can tell on Heyman's face. He did not know this was coming.
Nope.
He was not aware. So yeah, Solo's making some moves that Heyman's not aware of. Which that's why he's temporary.
It's also funny that Solo is employing people that do the Solo work. So he's getting people who can now do what he did, which was I'm the enforcer. I'm saving y'all matches. So now every time like he has somebody come out, it's like they were doing his bidding. They're not equals. Yeah. They're just, hey, interfere and save me. He literally thinks that he's a tribal chief, which is funny.
Well, it's a it's a promotion. It again, when I reference to Valconi and all the other shit in Gotham, and what Penguin started off as a henchman, but now he became the crime boss. At some point,
Right.
if you're in a crime family and you do your due diligence, you never snitch. Eventually, you might become the boss if things go your way. If someone gets taken out, gets arrested, you might become the boss. So
Yeah, and we're seeing it. Solo is the boss.
yeah. So seems like it.
Next match is a triple threat. It's the Bayley versus Naomi and Tiffany Stratton.
Fire.
Once great fucking match. And this one, and I'm mad because I didn't take a lot of notes because I was just watching this match. Like it was just a good fucking match to me. First off, crowd went fucking ape shit for Naomi's entrance. Like
Yep.
they went fucking nuts. The same thing for Bayley. They're making these moments, these matches feel so much more important. Like this is what Backlash is supposed to feel like. This is the Backlash of Mania. We're supposed to have the same level of like that crowd and that energy, and they did not fucking drop the ball.
2 years in a row. Like this is, I don't even know if you can like. Some people say Backlash was a B pay-per-view or a B PLE.
For
honestly,
me, it usually is.
To me, I thought it was like for the longest time it was kind of like a C to me. Because there was multiple years to where it was like literally just rematches of Mania, and it just like it was like, but nah, like this is legit like a B pay per view. If you base this off the last 2 years, like Backlash, these last 2 years, Puerto Rico and France, like they showed that like it feels like a big four pay per view, even though this only had 5 matches on the card or whatever, and people were complaining about it. People were complaining about the build to a lot of these story matches, because the draft and shit was taking up a lot of time. Each match, like each wrestler, they came in, they showed out. Each match was good, and we'll continue to break it down. But like, no, this was a good ass pay per view. Bayley, I want to know if you will be my girl. Like, I love this shit, man. I love it. I'm here for it.
Yeah, great fucking match. Like I said, not too many notes for me just because I was like watching this match and I enjoyed all of it. I think all 3 of these women showed the fuck out. I think Tiffany still looks fucking great. Naomi looks mad fucking strong. Bayley, this is a innovative as fuck, bro. Because even she had a splash, I believe, off the barricade. She does a neck breaker off the fucking barricade.
Yeah, she does. She does it on the Bayley. So I have some spots written down. There's an early double stomp that Tiffany does to both girls. That was fire. Like Naomi was pitting Bayley, and then she like stomps Naomi, and then like Bayley, which makes Bayley go for the it makes it so that Bayley like switches to the pin, and then she like double stomps Bayley. That shit was fire.
Mm-hmm. I did. That was a good spot. Yep.
There was a point where Naomi spears Tiffy through the ropes, which was dope. That's when they go up to. That's what sets up the whole outside shit to where Naomi does the that neck breaker to Bayley. But before that, fucking Tiffy does her springboard, not her springboard, but the fuck you call that gymnastic flip? The thing that Dana Brooke used to do. Anyway, that flip into like the back elbow to Naomi in a barricade, which later sets up Naomi jumping off the barricade for that neck breaker.
Yep.
Fucking
the cartwheel spot.
Yeah, that cartwheel. Yeah, that cartwheel back. Yeah, back handspring, I think is what it's called. There we go. There's a point in time where fucking Naomi and Tiffany were in the ring. I think Naomi had Tiffany in a submission, and Bayley comes out with the elbow drop out of nowhere. That was a close 2 count. That was fucking dope. Tiffany does her Alabama slam a few times, and the better one, because she did it once in the ring, and it looked a little sloppy because I think one of them slipped a little bit. But she does that Alabama slam to both Naomi and Bayley onto the announce tables, which those look good.
That was the one that was what I was talking about as far as like the cartwheel spot, because she cartwheels with Naomi. They do it together, and then she sets her up for the fucking Alabama slam. Like that was fucking dope.
Yeah, it was dope. Spot. Yeah, absolutely. And after that Alabama spot that she does the both of them, she sets it up to where she's going to do that double moonsault again. But this time, the girls are like, nah, you ain't doing this to us a third time.
Nah,
Absolutely not.
yeah,
They both dodge, and it sets up for a 3D, which was dope. A random ass 3D, which was sick. And yeah, Bayley and Naomi go at it because they finally took Tiffany out of the equation. They go out of it, and this part gets really quick. But yeah, Bayley sneaks out the win, and Bayley retains. And there was no hard
very
feelings.
solid match.
Very solid match. There was no hard feelings between her and Naomi. Like Naomi like gives her a hug and kisses her and is like, "Get your ass to the ring and raise your arm up." Yeah, solid ass
That
match.
was also a really dope spot too. 'Cause you don't really get to see that like element of it, but like that was like we had a good match. Like that, I'm cool. You gave me my shot. I'm cool with it. Um, super good match, man. I definitely enjoyed this one.
Yeah. So after that, we get Jay. He's hyping himself up in the background, and then all the Bloodline walk by him. Solo. I don't know if Solo was first, but yeah, they all walk by him, and they just like look at him. No words are exchanged.
Nah,
But then like Heyman's the last to walk by, and then you could just like I can't tell if it was
the
like a cry for help.
sadness, bro.
Yeah, it was.
It was like
Yeah.
help me. Like this is not what it's supposed to be like. Like I'm sorry. Like this is I can't do nothing. He was helpless, yo.
He looks out. He's like, man, come back home, bro. Look what your little brother's doing to me, bro.
Save me. Remember
Um,
me?
yeah, and then after that, we get one of the best entrances since, besides Sammy in Montreal a couple weeks ago, easily the best or most hyped entrance since Backlash of last year with Bad Bunny, and that's when Jey Uso comes out, comes through the crowd, and it's a mix of his entrance with the Fireflies because people got their cell phones out, and
And
it
they waving them fireflies.
it
Just fucking crazy, bro.
yeah, man, it's that entrance was fucking wild, man. Just the whole arena, that whole place was, man, like Jay's over as fuck.
And I
Like
and I,
it's
I put it in our group chat. I was talking like, yo, if the build was to make Cody lose last year to build up Jay, it's 1000% worth it. Like that shit paid off 10 times, bro. Like you got a whole star that can hold it down while Roman is out. You couldn't do this last year. Jay didn't have this power last year. Like
no,
this year, that man is fucking out of here, bro. Like he's gone.
yeah, like he's definitely as of right now. Besides him and Sammy are the top baby faces on Raw right now. If you don't include CM Punk, yeah, it's him and Sammy. They're the top baby faces on
Yeah,
Raw. Jay is
for
over
sure.
as absolute fuck. Yeah, man, that fucking I cannot like you can't. It's hard to put in words. You guys just have to see it if you haven't seen it. But just like man, the entrance is wild, and having that many people do your shit, like being that like it's just wild. Um, Match starts off. Yeah, Damian Priest comes out by himself. Match starts off with pretty much Jay getting in Damian's head, where like before they even lock arms or fight, like Jay does the yeet to each side of the crowd, and they respond tremendously, amazing. Yeah, good shit. And then that's when we start locking arms and beating each other. And I didn't write too much notes on this
Nah.
until not until the interference starts to happen.
Yeah, I have nothing with this. A lot of this was like Jay just leading. Jay was definitely like putting Damian through the ropes. And I think that was good for the story. I think they did that on purpose because like
Mhm.
you champion. This is what the competition gonna feel like. You kind of see that Damian's like little shock, like God damn, like this is different. And so like
Yeah,
he hasn't had to like tap into like that side of like seriousness. And you can kind of see that being told throughout the match that oh shit, this is real. This championship beef is different. So hopefully we get some storyline, just a more storytelling in ring where Damian is like, I gotta boss up. If this is how it's gonna be on a nightly, like I need to be ready. And there was
right.
no better of a superstar to challenge him like this than like Jey Uso.
And I also feel like it pays on to the continuity of like what what he said the previous week, where like you just think I'm another tag team guy. You just think this is like I'm just another person for the machine to feed you. Slash, it also pays It rewards what Gunther said during Gunther and Jay's match, where Gunther's like, yeah, Jay was the closest person. He took me to the limit. So it's like Jay. You combine that match, you combine this match, and how both of the heels responded to Jay, and like what they had to go through to even beat Jay, which both matches took interference. That shows you that Jay is strong as shit. He's like, besides being over, he's obviously, yeah, he's strong as shit. He's in the top rankings. He's in the top 5, especially baby faces. Yeah, dude is strong. You can't, like, you're not going to just beat him just super easily. He's not another tag team guy. Like, this is main event Jey Uso.
Absolutely. Jay will be, people think that like it's going to be Roman that takes out Solo. I think it's going to be Jay.
I wouldn't mind it. I mean, to me, yeah. To me, that makes sense. And then, yeah, because we still got Roman and Rock. So.
We then get the interference where like JD comes out to help Priest.
Priest is like, "What are you doing here? What are you doing
like,
here? Use that big ass head of yours," which that sets up Jay super kicking
out
JD. The match continues. They do a long ass exchanging of blows. Where it's back and forth, and it reminded me of the new 2K game, because if you get into that animation to where you have to exchange blows, there's like a little circle and you have to land on the green spot each time, similar to like if you were playing NBA 2K. You want to have that sweet spot when you shoot the three, or just shoot a shot. You want the green beam. And this is the long ass exchange of blows, but then it pays into what you were saying, like this is when Damien's like he's like getting into it, where he's like, oh, this ain't just some normal shit. Like, I gotta hit you hard. Like I might have been tripping. I want to rerun this part back, but it looked like it kind of sounded like you could hear them talking for a little bit, where they're like, sounded like essentially the vibe I was getting was like, lay it into me, like actually hit me hard, like, and they both were like, yeah, hit me, nigga, like let's make this work. And the story played out that way, because the way the exchanging of blows happened, like it kind of started off a little, just like typical. But then it looked like then it looked like they were laying their shit in. Whereas like, you gonna feel this hit,
right?
We want to make this look real, as real as possible, and like you're gonna feel this hit, similar to a Gunther chop. You feel that shit. You're gonna feel this hit, and it was a good exchanging of blows. And then that's when we get some more interference, because Finn comes out, which sets up which Damien doesn't know that Finn came to help, because he was on the ground or some shit. And then, that sets up a South of Heaven, which Jay kicks out of. Again, proving that, no, he's not a normal nigga. Like, you can't just...
No.
Then Damien kicks him several times. He does his like... It's not an enziguri. Maybe it is an enziguri, technically. I'm not sure. But he does his little spinning kick to the back of his head like 3 times. It's like, rise! Yeah, get your ass up, rise! And on the 4th attempt, that's when we get like 3 super kicks. Just like, nah, and we get like 2 3 super kicks, and which sets up for the Uso splash, and that is almost the win. But JD puts Damien's foot on the rope. The ref sees it. The match continues.
That's the crazy part too, is that like they saved him.
Yeah, they saved
him. You was out, bro. You was about to lose. Without us, he'd have been champion.
Absolutely. So after that save, we get a Topo Suicida. So Jay takes out JD. Then he runs around, spears Finn. And that sets up for a super... It's either Super South of Heaven or Avalanche South of Heaven. I don't know what they called it, or if they even called it
off the top of the rope.
Yeah, they just called it off the top. Then, it's a super South of Heaven, essentially, which gives... Damien the win, and Damien retains. And then after that, Finn and JD start attacking Jay, and Damien gets pissed off, and he pushes them off to where it almost looks like they're about to fight. But because he pushes them off.
He's spazzing.
Yeah, and he pushes Finn twice, because like he pushes Finn to get off of him,
and then holds his face. I'm like, hey, yo, man, like, what you?
Yeah, holds him by the beard.
This
and
is Finn Balor, bro. You better watch who you touching, man.
Freaky ass 69 god. Yeah, but he pushes Finn twice, because like he pushed Finn, and then like Finn goes to attack Jay again, and then he pushes him again, and I think that's when he grabbed the beard. looking him deep in his Irish eyes. But yeah,
He said, "You go here, you go here," and like they just raise his hand like that. That's crazy, bro. Like Priest talking. Priest is wilding.
yeah, Priest is wilding, but at the same time, I see both sides. Priest is wilding because like all of a sudden, if I'm Finn or JD or Dom, I'm like, you change up. Like you got the belt
Now we're not good enough.
Yeah, you
like,
just change up. Like
this is what we're doing.
Well, yeah, we've been beating up people for over a year. We've just been beating up people. We was a gang. But also on Damien's side, I told y'all to mind your fucking business. Can I get?
Now you want fair squabbles? Nah, this whole year we've been jumping niggas, bro. Like now you want me out? Okay.
But maybe Damien's just like I need to prove to myself that I can win a match with no assistance real quick. All I'm asking y'all to
communicating that properly.
All I'm asking
not communicating that.
He said, "Stay out of my business." What else is he supposed to say? Don't interrupt. Stay in the back.
I got this one. I don't need y'all help. I respect y'all, but let me go. You were spazzing on JD. Like,
I mean, that one's fine, but the Finn, nah, you can't disrespect Finn like that. And that's just a Finn to Finn
Priest,
Finn versus Damian. I'm here for it. Like I said last week, they have good chemistry. Finn is going to get that title at some point. At least I hope so. I mean, he just re-signed a new contract, so he's going to be here for at least 4 or 5 more years, and he definitely deserves a main championship run.
Yeah, because he hasn't held it since he won the red belt, and then he had to give it up the next day because he got injured. So like, yeah, man, it's long overdue for Finn.
Yeah,
very much so.
But yeah, that was it with that. And after that, we get the women's tag match: Kabuki Warriors versus Cocoa Butter Combat Club, aka the Stormiest, the Big Two, I guess. I don't know what they just call themselves, but
Big Two. They not two. They the big one. Both of them crazy.
It was I didn't write who came out first or anything, but I like that Jade.
Bianca.
Bianca and then Jade. Yeah, I like that Jade went back to the short hair. I mean, I like Jade's hair regardless, but she did do a poll the other week to go to the bob or stay with the straight. The voters won with the bob, and she brought the bob back like literally on SmackDown. But then she went back. I think the short hair looks great. I think it makes her look even more like a superhero. It reminds me even more of Storm, if that's the look that they're like the image that they're going for.
I definitely think they're playing. They're definitely playing into that for sure.
Yeah, I mean, a Storm, which I finally put that song on my phone last night because that is a good song. I can't wait to work out to that. That guitar is fucking sexy as shit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Kabuki Warriors come out. Bianca and Asuka started off, and that was a good shit. We know they got chemistry. Those are 2 great ones. I mean, we got the Empress and the EST. You can only say there's not much you can say about that. We get a tag when Jade gets into the ring, and Jade's looking better and better. There later in the match there is some messiness, but Jade is looking better. I mean, the match was good enough to where we still got "This Is Awesome" chance. There was a botch or just some messiness, but we'll get into it. But no, the match overall was good. But either way, Jade's looking good. Then after she tags out, the Kabuki Warriors take over, and they're just beating the shit out of the EST.
They had a run.
Man,
they had a fucking run.
You
can tell like, their chemistry is good. Like
Yeah.
they knew exactly what to do.
Mm-hmm. And Kari's face, Asuka's face paint always look good. Kari's face paint on the show was fucking awesome. Looked good.
Yeah.
Looked great. Really pretty. Yeah.
I don't think you could have chosen 2 better people to work against for Jade because they're going to orchestrate. Like Kyrie and Asuka know how to orchestrate the match like a motherfucker, bro. Like they're really fucking good. And then also having Bianca there as help to do that as well. But like it was a good setup. I remember being pissed off that the tag team belts weren't at Mania. And I'm still pissed off that they weren't at Mania, but to give them this moment where they have a match, it's a longer time match. They have more time to execute their thoughts and ideas in front of a fucking crazy fucking crowd. It was a good time. Definitely. I thoroughly enjoyed this match.
And it wasn't a squash. Again, like every match got time. So yeah, Jade got time. She got in the ring multiple times. And also to go off of what you said, besides Kyrie and Asuka just being vets in the game and just amazing, they're also smaller than Jade. So like when she does the powerhouse shit, it looks
good.
It looks good because they're not only are Asuka and them great sellers, but yeah, it just looks good, because based off the height and differentiation and whatnot. So they're beating the shit out of EST. There's a point in time where Bianca's about to tag Jade, and like Kari runs and like hops off of Bianca's back and like hits Jade to stop the tag. I thought that was a cool little spot. Eventually, Jade does get the tag, and she does a springboard crossbody that looked good.
Mm-hmm.
Asuka and Kari, and then this is when some of the confusion starts, because something happens to where Kari goes for the pin, and the ref was like, "You're not the legal person. You got to get out."
Oh man,
that part I like because it's a ref paying attention, which we don't get that much in either company, especially the other company. The ref is actually paying attention. But where the miscommunication happens is because after the ref says that, Kari tries to put Jade in the armbar, and then Asuka's sitting on the side waiting for a tag. So it's like
right,
and then it gets to the point where Asuka tags in on Kari, and the ref counts it because he does the clap and point out.
Clap, yeah.
So it's like either miscommunication was with the girls or the miscommunication was with the ref. It looked weird on TV. The match still was good, but there was something happened. There was some miscommunication.
Yeah,
and it might have been because it was also so loud in there to where like an NFL game where you can't hear the quarterback calling the plays. They're too loud. So it could have been that, but there was some miscommunication because Kari was trying to go to a particular spot, which that spot does eventually happen after that tag. Kari puts Jade back in that armbar, and then Asuka puts Bianca in that armbar. And the whole point was so that we see them both in a submission, and they both stand up, and they both like power out of it and slam the other girls out of the submission move. Mm-hmm. But before that slam even happens, like Bianca's trying to escape this armbar, and the way Jade is selling this armbar, it is super fucking weird, and she still needs to work on her facial expressions when it comes to selling, because there's moments like when she was getting chopped in the chest, and you can tell to me the way it looked is like you can tell that she in her head she's like trying to think of the next spot instead of focusing also on selling being hit by the Empress or selling being put in this armbar, because like you see her trying to do the thing where you're in an armbar, you're in an arm move, and you're trying to like clamp your hands together so that they can't get the full submission off on you.
The full.
But the way that she's selling it does not look good. She's so, I mean, again, and this is why she's in a tag. This is why they didn't just like make her like start doing a bunch of shit. And this is why we didn't see her until Rumble. Like she still has some stuff to work on, but overall she still looked great.
Yeah, I will agree. That was what my one takeaway from this is that the only knock, it's not even a knock, is that like Jade did look a little rough, but also this was a very long fucking match. Yeah. Like had this match been like 10 minutes, cool, 8 minutes, they would have got this shit over and done with. But this is her first match where they gave her time. They gave both the teams time. So I understand like there's going to be some miscommunication. I'm also understand like this is fresh. I think by this time next year, Jade was going to look like a completely different fucking superstar.
Oh, absolutely.
Because she had this time to like grow and develop and whatnot. So I'm glad she got it, because you need the rough ones. We got to get these out. We got to work through this. But yeah, she's going to be fucking great. I think they'll defend again, and I think they'll probably have a match at SummerSlam, hopefully. If not, definitely in Toronto at Money in the Bank. So by that time, I expect to see some more development from Jade, and I think we'll get that.
Yeah, I feel like she's evidently better than what she was before she switched brand or companies, Yeah, but she still has some stuff to work on, and that's why she's in this tag match. And I think, or just in this tag team in general. And since they, spoiler alert, they win, I feel like similar to what they were doing with Sasha and Naomi and Sasha and Bayley, and I'm going to use the old name. When they had the tag team titles, I think this might be. I feel like they're going to present these titles consistently, often, especially since Jade is holding it and they want Jade on TV. So I think now I'm saying all that to say she's going to get more reps, and I think that's the route that they're going to go to, where she gets more reps, and it's going to start in a tag, because I don't think she was ever in a tag match in AEW at all. So, or if not, just for sure like a couple when she was working with Red Velvet or whoever. But yeah, I don't know, she still has some learning to do. Is all.
So I find I'm bittersweet on like the idea that like, oh, just because they now get it, we're gonna like push it even more. And granted, it was during the Vince era and shit was fucking different. But it's like, man, these titles should be pushed like that regardless of who has the fucking belt. I think they have no choice but to push Bianca and fucking Jade. But I also said the same thing about fucking Sasha and Naomi. I felt like that was like the same thing. But we're in the Triple H era. This is different. I can't speak on the past because hopefully we're in a better place. Right. So let's just wait and see. I'm gonna say wait and see. I can't say they will do this, they won't do this. I'm just gonna be a spectator, and hopefully we get some stories. We get some tag teams. I know that we just got Piper and Chelsea over on SmackDown. I'm not necessarily saying I want that, but I could see that they can run some feuds and run some angles. They've already been teasing Chelsea working with Jade before, or yeah, Chelsea did work with Jade for like that squash match. Just let's build up these teams. Like let's get it popping. SmackDown has a great women's roster. I think it's time to like let them thrive. Let's show it.
And with the tag belts, they can go to any brand, so they have
That's true too.
They have a lot of potential. So yeah, Jade is going to get reps. So if you count house shows and you count them going to different brands, like they could pop up at NXT if they want to pop a rating. Have Bianca and Jade pop up in NXT.
At NXT,
like, that'd be dope. You know, yeah. I don't. Yeah. Like you said, we gotta let it play out. But yeah, we got an awesome, insane elbow move that gets broken up, and then we get a dope ass. The way that Jade hits Jaded on Kari, like the way she was like moving, transitioning her,
body,
like it was almost like swing dancing. It looked fucking dope, and yeah, we get new tag team champions, and yeah, it was a good match. Couple like 2 or 3 like questionable, messy
very
spots.
minor hiccups, but great fucking match.
Great match because like the crowd was fucking with it. They got this is awesome chance. So the match, it's not a bad match, you know. And again, I
love what the
Jade is still learning.
The optics are going to do. Like I love the fact that we have 2 very strong and dominant black women as tag team champions. Like that's fucking tight to me. I think about the representation and like, you know, like I was talking about Ron Simmons in the pod. Like there's some girls at home looking like, damn, like I want to do that. I'm gonna go grab some dumbbells so I can get my arms to look like, you know, Bianca and Jay's and just have like that representation, like those kind of like, you know, icons or influences in their life. Like I love everything about this. Like, don't get it twisted. Like, yeah, Jay may look rough, but I love the overall like feeling that this is going to bring to the, you know, just the black audience and black community, but also like young girls who want to get into wrestling because it has been such a male dominated field. So I just love it. I have nothing but high praise for, you know, Bianca and Jade.
I'm here for it. I love it. Yeah, I love it. After that, we get the main event, which is AJ Styles versus Cody Rhodes for the undisputed championship. And AJ comes out first, of course. Fans love him. I give AJ praise for not smiling because again, like they have a whole phenomenal song for him, and they were singing his shit, and they were so loud to where the camera was shaking while AJ was shaking. He was waiting for Cody to come out. The camera was shaking, and that was
cam shaking, bro.
Yeah. And that's not special effects. That wasn't the cameraman moving. That was how loud those fans and how hyped those fans were. And I'm surprised because even Paul Heyman on SmackDown, he broke character for a hot second. The way that everyone said I'm Paul Heyman, blah blah blah. Like even he's like fuck, man. Like this is
Oh,
wild.
y'all know me.
Yeah,
like, y'all really know me.
Yeah. So I'm honestly kudos for AJ for not even giving a smirk.
Yeah,
because they loved that. They was loving that man. The community. They was.
I say that at least 2 times a month, bro, and nobody understands why I'm saying it.
If you know, you know.
Community.
You know. But they was loving it. They was loving the community.
Oh, that's my favorite shit to say, and I say it just like him.
Yeah.
The community. Oh shit! Yes, they were loving him, man. It was that. Like I said, we can't keep talking about this crowd, but we can. The crowd is just fucking amazing, man. Like that was a great fucking wrestling crowd.
Yeah, and I've seen a lot of people hating on him. It's like, oh, they sing too much, blah blah. Like,
no,
like, I'd rather hear the singing after every 2 count than hearing fucking what during promos every fucking week. Like,
absolutely, or nothing at all,
at all. But yeah,
because there. What show were we talking about where like the crowd was just like they weren't in it? I think it was like a SmackDown or a Raw or something where the crowd just was not fucking with them.
Yeah.
But it's like
it was weird.
Give them a fucking reaction, bro. Like this is great. I love the difference of crowds. I love hearing the chants. I love hearing how rowdy people are. Like I think that will also just side tangent. That'd also be one of the dope things about watching like a New Japan show where like they don't really like cheer. It's like spot. Clap and everybody claps like it's a fucking tennis match. Like, that's fucking tight to me. Like, I love that.
Yeah, no, I love it too. I like high energy crowds because it makes you feel hyped. It makes it feel like a concert. It makes you get more into it. But I understand. Anyway, it was good shit. And I just want to say, get ready to learn the lyrics to Kingdom, buddy, because this fucking crowd, they knew every fucking word of Cody's song. So none of that. Yep. Something Cody. No, they know they know the lyrics. Also, they know the lyrics.
Side tangent. I hate it. I don't know how you feel about it, but I hate it. Please, can we stop with the Cody being black thing? I don't need it. I don't need it. I understood the references of like the meme of him with the Martin Luther King and shit like that, but that came off of a bad promo. I just want people to know that. Like that was not like out of like fun. That was out of like his bad Black History promo he did in AEW, and they put him with pictures of fucking Martin Luther King. And then now seeing like, oh, like even like random white accounts like, oh, just Negro savior Cody Rhodes. Don't like that. That's not. No. I don't fuck with that.
I think he is like 10% black, but yeah, no, the joke, the joke's not fun anymore. I mean, it's fun for the black community, but no, there's other communities that kind of took the joke too far.
Just
it's
abusing
like,
it and like it feels.
Stop making it not
weird.
Fun. Yeah, don't make it not fun. So, this is why we got to gatekeep some things. We got to gatekeep some things. Like, y'all ruining jokes and shit. But
anyway,
Cody Rhodes. Crowd singing literally every lyric like they wrote them songs themselves. Like, shit was good. Shit was great. Shout out to the crowd. Also, shout out to Samantha because during this match and during the Randy Orton match, or the first match, because the crowd was so into singing their songs to where, like, Samantha could have cut them off and finally announced the match, like, at such and such weight, like, but she let the crowd get their shit off, and then that's when they announced it, and also that's not just Samantha, but also just production and H in the back and all other things, because even during this match, there's still like. After the music stops, they're still singing Cody's song. And they just let it play out for a little bit. They was like, let's let these fans get their shit off. And then like they did the pre-bell ring. They'd be like, all right, come on. We got a time limit. You guys got your shit off. We gave you your 40 seconds. But we got to get this match going now. And I appreciate that. Like, let the production and everything, they let the fans get their shit off. Like, and which makes it more fun. It makes it more fun to not only watch the show, but to know, like, oh, when I go to a show, I can have fun. Which, again, American crowds, you are allowed to have fun. You don't have to be an asshole. You don't have to be pricks.
They just spoil. You get it all the time. So, like, you're not going to appreciate it. This felt like they were really appreciative of WWE being inside, like, France and running this event. Shout out to also... like Jessica Carr, because this is the first woman to referee main event. I'm thinking like even a world title match.
For the main event,
but I'm thinking like she is also reffing Cody's first title defense after the Roman. Like this is a big moment for her. Like that's you get the ball to referee Cody Rhodes' first title defense after he wins at Mania. Like that's legendary. You're in the history books. Like
in a crazy ass crowd that broke records.
Yeah, in France, like plus the match was a fucking smoker. Like
match was a banger. It was a fucking like AJ was like, who y'all calling washed?
Smoker, bro.
Yeah, so the match starts off with some, and I wrote it starts off with some real ass graps. Like they're just amateur wrestling. Like they're just real. This is real graps right here. Like two Georgia boys grappling. Like we wrestling. Like we'll get the moves off in a minute. But like it was just 5 minutes of them, for lack of a better term, feeling each other out, and just wrestling, just grappling, just straight up graps. Then we start getting some crazy spots, but I only wrote so much because I didn't want to write a whole new page, and also I wanted to pay attention to the match. But we get some crazy spots. We get a table power bomb that was dope. Cody Rhodes puts AJ through a table. We get a fuck us. Before that, AJ before that table spot, AJ does I don't know if it was a suplex or if it was a brain buster. He does something to Cody Rhodes on the apron. That shit looked crazy.
Nah, it was a brain buster on the apron. Buster? That shit was fucking solid.
That shit was fucking solid as shit. It was dope. And that's when this is awesome chants start happening. We get a good disaster kick. AJ does a burning hammer, which is a nod to the Japanese wrestler. It's not Shibata. It's fuck. You guys are gonna kill me. I can't remember the name, but that's it's a New Japan reference, and also I mean, it's just a good move. Move you don't see too often, especially in the E.
Nah.
Besides New Catch Republic, because they have a double burning hammer as their finisher, but other than that, they don't have there's not a single person who does like a burning hammer or whatever. But Cody kicks out. On this one though, he kicks out at 1, and he's just getting hyped.
1.
He's doing his like Ultimate Warrior Sting, just hype up or whatever.
Kip up, We got a 450 splash from AJ.
Yes, that was fucking dope.
Off the rope, like what? They were smoking this match, bro. It's AJ's best match I've seen in the E. Like this is in my personal. I've never seen it.
You got to see him and Cena.
AJ's best match to me.
Him and Cena.
See, like I need to go back because I saw that like people were talking about that. I see people talking about him and Cena, but before I see that, this is currently, as it stands for me, AJ's best match in the league. I will go check out Cena versus AJ.
Him and Cena.
I've seen that on the list too.
Him and Cena is phenomenal. Like no pun intended, phenomenal. And then he has a really good ass match with Roman that was just. Whew. Anyway, this match was fucking fire. We get 2 different crazy Cody cutters, but the second one though, that second Cody cutter, which eventually sets up for the Crossroads, that second Cody cutter was fucking
off
fire.
The turnbuckle.
Yeah,
yes, bro. Like he was. Oh my god, they were going ape shit in this match, bro.
Yeah, they were going. Yeah, and they're going. They have to run this back. I predicted this be like a 2 PLE feud or something. Yeah, they got to run this shit back. They got honestly, they should go. They should go for 3. I want to see 3 matches. No, actually, no, because AJ can't win. Maybe AJ should win a non-title match, and then we do another. We do a 3rd match again for the title or something. But I need to see a 3 for this one. This match was too fire.
It's on the list. It's on the rarefied air match of the year list. It's 2 matches right now. Ospreay Daniel, AJ Cody. We're gonna build this list out, but right now we have 2 solid fucking smokers at the top of the year, middle of the year.
I would like to add Gunther and Sammy, and
we will add Gunther and Sammy to the list too.
I'm still rocking with Bayley EO. I mean, maybe if you want to differentiate the genders and just do top men, top 5, but if we're saying top 5 in general, man, that Bayley EO match, that's the only match this year I ran back twice. I've not watched a single match this year twice.
We will have women's match of the year and men's match of the
All right, but yeah,
we will make 2 separate lists.
After that second Cody cutter, it sets up for the Crossroads, and Cody retains. And yeah, man, fucking solid ass match. Again, people complained about the build. I didn't complain, but I would be a liar if I said the build to Backlash wasn't the greatest. But looking like after Backlash was like it was a fire ass pay-per-view. Each match was good. There wasn't a bad match on the show. Every match got time. No. It was fucking good, and the crowd, like, they
made it 10 times better.
They made it 10 times better. Like, if this exact show played or happened anywhere else, we might be having a different conversation.
Absolutely.
And maybe that's leaning too much on the fans, but it's
not.
At the same time,
let's be honest.
Yeah, and at the same time, it just shows, it proves that, like, our participation at these shows can make not only the show better as a whole for, like, us, but it makes the show better for the wrestlers too, because like they feed off our energy. Like, just like if you're a music performer, you're gonna perform better if the crowd's going crazy with you, as opposed to the crowd not really rocking with you or your hype man. You know, it's like you're going to perform better if you're feeding off the crowd and the crowd's awesome ass energy. And this show proves that.
With that being said, and that the fans definitely make the matches so much better. Are you willing to retract the "we are not worthy"? Is that still warranted?
We are not worthy. What?
With like the for the Ospreay Danielson crowd was like, "We are not worthy," and you had an issue like, "Nah, get the fuck out of here."
No, I had issue with them saying this is the best match in American soil, but no, St. Louis was not worthy. They 100% right though. The fuck? That match should have been anywhere else. They wasn't lying. They told the truth. Y'all was not worthy. And it should have been a main event.
Oh, that's just great, man.
Y'all think because y'all have an Arch and Nelly, y'all worthy of something like that? Come on, yo. What else they got? Funny. And barbecue? Kansas City got barbecue too. What y'all mean?
That's crazy. You don't like the Chiefs. You think Kansas City. That's low.
I hate Kansas City. But yeah, this is Backlash reaction. PLE. Yeah. Let us know how you guys felt about it too. You know, this. Let us know how you guys felt about Backlash, because I thoroughly enjoyed it. It. Again, like, everyone was online. We were like, "Oh man, this show is probably going to be mid. The build isn't that great," but they outdid themselves.
I definitely went in with lower expectations and came out thoroughly fucking surprised. This is the first pay-per-view after Mania, after Triple H's regime, or the Paul Levesque era. They're starting off on a strong foot. Like, if we're getting real graps, this is great. I think we're seeing it with, like, the build with the King of the Ring coming up. Like, he's trying to put the best wrestlers in place. And if that's the case, man, we're in for a great fucking ride as wrestling fans.
Yeah.
But yeah, without further ado, we're gonna get out of here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed Backlash like we did. Shout out to everybody who's checked in. Shout out to everybody who's still tuning in. We are going to get out of here, though. It has been great. We will catch you guys in the next episode 16. And then the next pay-per-view, I believe, is Double or Nothing.
Yeah, that's this month, isn't it? Yeah. All right. Mm-hmm. Wow.
Double or Nothing and King of the Ring is this month as well. So we got a busy month. So we'll stay tuned with us. Get your favorite wrestling talks with us, and we'll see you guys later.
Yeah, too sweet.